to get your juices flowing on the concept of job shaping, think about the next couple of weeks. What's coming up on your calendar and your to-do list that you would say, yuck, I wish I didn't have to do that again in my life? And then think about the contrast, which is the yay, I hope I can fill my days and weeks with more and more of this. Once you've come up with those two contrasts, your yucks and your yays, then the idea is to shape your job. Get this, it's really simple. Shape your job so you get more of the yays and you get fewer of the yucks. Well, that makes total sense and it sounds oversimplified. But the thing is, very few people put this kind of intention into crafting their career brand and the role that they're going to spend so much time in. And a great way to do this actual job shaping, there are a lot of techniques, but one of them is swapping out tasks with people that you work with. So for example, I once had a manager who adored a pivot table. I mean, loved pivot tables. And as you might guess, pivot tables became a regular part of my responsibilities. Now see, I could be competent at those. I learned how to make them, but I never really loved it. It was never fully intuitive or fun or energizing for me to do it. In fact, I would take a 10-minute task, and if I'm honest with myself, I probably turned it into a 30-minute thing because I went down to get a cup of coffee, and then I geared up to do it, and then I distracted myself with something else for 5 minutes, and none of these things felt extremely unproductive until you really look at the time I took to sit down, get focused, and do one of those activities that I constantly procrastinated. So to bring this to job shaping, the idea is you take one of those tasks that is on your yuck list, that you're competent at and you can complete and you do it, but you kind of wish a magic wand would wave and make it disappear from your responsibilities. And then you look out for one of your teammates, somebody who does something that you love, that you'd like more of, and you have a sense that they would like to get rid of it. Because in job responsibilities, one person's trash is so often another person's treasure. So in my example of the pivot tables, I was able to take on the PowerPoint making for somebody on the team who didn't like being out front, didn't like doing the visual design, and I love that. That part comes easily and I find it fun. And so we take those things that were 10-minute tasks, swap them out. And then what's beautiful about that concept of job shaping is that not only are you changing the responsibilities and tasks that you're working on over time, but also you begin to get known for things you want to be known for. Instead of building a personal brand around things you don't even like, the more you institute this job shaping and crafting a role to be more and more in your zone of genius, the more you get known for that and the more you get of it. It basically becomes a giant snowball effect of goodness. So, action for the next week is to be thinking about what is on your list of yucks and yays. What are some of those things that you want on the yucks, you want less of in your life? What are the things on the yay list that you would love to fill your workday with? And start looking for those things. Start small, 3 minutes at a time, that you can do less of or that you can do more of if it's on your good list. That's one great way to start job shaping.